Would have been a disaster. Okay, good morning, happy Tuesday, and a special happy birthday to Fletcher Music is 118 years old in June.
Wow.
I should see this. That's impressive. 118 years we've been in business. And no, I have not been here the whole time, just in case you were wondering.
I think I have.
So we have lots of things going on to celebrate Fletcher Music's birthday this month. It should be really fun. And
So what did they teach in the beginning? Because there wasn't organs back then, right?
that's a very good question.
Was it just piano?
Well, no, even the pump organs have been around forever.
Yep.
So
Probably
really,
pump organs.
pardon?
I say it was probably the pump organs they started with.
That's what I'm thinking. I'll have to go back
be
and
amazing.
research that.
It would be
Good
amazing
question.
if they had an original pump organ from back then.
I don't know. I'll check it out for you. All righty. Today we're going to Could It Be Magic? And this is based on Prelude in C minor, which I did do a little research by Chopin. I did a little research looking to see if that prelude was in easy play music, and it's not, unfortunately, because then I would have told you you could do both. But you do get a taste of it in the ending, which is what we're going to start with in the beginning. If you go to the very last ending of the song, that's where that prelude starts. After box number 3, measure 2. Starts with a C note and a C minor chord. We're going to use that as our introduction. And you want to use a piano sound and the easy button. So what you do is you choose your rhythm first and then turn it off so that when you go to turn it back on, it'll be on the correct rhythm that you want it to be. It's kind of like presetting the rhythm, because on most screens, we have 11 rhythms listed. Sometimes we have 2 pages. So choose the one you want on the screen and then turn the button off. Okay, so it'll be there when you're ready to begin. So I did some different things in this. The music style I liked the best was Philadelphia. And I tried it and chose it because I thought, with a name like that, nobody really talks about that rhythm very often, and but it's a really good music style, and it'll go really nicely with this, and the sounds go very nicely. Now, the sounds I used, I went to modern category, and I used those to most authentically, let me pull it up here for you, get some atmospheric type sounds. So, but we're going to start with the easy button. So I have my Philadelphia on right now. Oh, I forgot to hook myself up. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. There we are. There we go. So I have my Philadelphia on, and then I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to turn the easy button on, and I'm going to take preset number 8, which is a piano, 2 pianos actually. Okay, and I am actually going to put it into octave with the harmony. So I get more than one. I'll get this, okay? So that's where I'm gonna start. I think I'm gonna need a page folder here. And then we'll do Philadelphia. Now, in Philadelphia, I set the tempo at 95. And I'll lock it so that when I do turn Philadelphia on, it won't go back to the original tempo. And then I used piano offering. That's a possibility that works really nicely, especially the fill on that is very nice. And then I also used heart songs. These are pianist music styles that we have. So any one of those work. Piano offering, I set the tempo at 84. And heart songs, I set it at 89. And then again, Philadelphia was at 95. So I'm just going to do the beginning, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about things we can do. But here's the introduction. We're going to make our own introduction this time, which is kind of fun too. Turn my memory off. Now I'm ready to start. So I'll go back up and grab my Philadelphia. My tempo is locked. So it came on where I want it to be. And then I can start playing. That's a 2-measure fill. Here's where you want to change your sound right here. Go back to the dots, repeat. Now you go back to the beginning. Measure fill. Change your sound. Coda. Now, if you choose to, you would go back up to the top of that page at the dots and repeat it. Now I'm going to the last section, box number 3. I'm gonna stop my rhythm, turn it off. Okay, so there was a lot going on there. First of all, can you follow the music map? Because it really sends you moving around in a lot of different spots.
On the last page, is that repeat supposed the first, second, and third line is actually supposed to be replayed 3 times if you're playing it full? And then
Can you say that again, please?
on the last page, the lines 1, 2, and 3, when you go to box 1 and 2, so that means that first 3 lines are repeated 3 times?
Yes.
Okay.
It's played 3 times, yes.
Yeah.
If you're following that.
Okay.
If you only want to go back once and then skip to box number 3, that's okay.
Yeah. On page 2, the first line, do you have the chords there? Because they're cut off on my sheet.
Yes, the top of the page to 2.
Yes.
Yes, the first chord on the first beat is D as in dog, D7.
D7, okay.
And the third beat is D as in dog minor.
Okay, thank you.
And measure 2 is G as in
G,
George.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So when I got to the second page, line 2, where the dots are, I added alter style, and you also could add drum variation if you like. And I kept that going until I got to the last 2 lines where the prelude is. And then I added octave harmony again. I took off alter style, and I did the fill to bide my time in that first measure, which is a G as in George note. Okay, so the features we're actually talking about today are really great. We're talking about a modern category setups. We're talking about tempo lock. We're talking about alter style. We're talking about drum variation. So there's a lot going on. Now I want to give you a couple notes that I added in the chorus where it's come into my arms. That part where the dots are on the second page. On beat 1, it's in E flat. On beat 3 and 4, it's a rest. But I played a C as a quarter note and then a B flat as a quarter note. And in measure 2, joining the E, I also added an A flat. So I'm going to see if you can see it here. So I did this. See that? Those are the extra notes I added. Okay. And then on line 3, with all the 5 C's, I added an E note on my thumb. And on measure 3, that C, I played an E flat. So that looks like this. I just held it. I played it as a whole note, the E with my thumb, and just held it. And on the last line, measure 1, I played a D and just held it. All those are just whole notes. Gives it a little extra harmony for you. Okay. Any questions so far?
This song is different than what I was thinking. The song I was thinking of was a lot more upbeat and lively.
I knew
Is
someone
that
would
not the
say that.
song?
There's another one that I don't know what the title of it is, but it starts out with the words, the chorus starts, "Could it be magic?"
Right.
And that is like a rock type of tune, yes.
And is that one not also done by Barry Manilow?
I can't recall that. But
That's when I saw this title and I saw his name, I thought, oh, it's going to be that upbeat song, and then
no, this
played
one
it, and I
he
thought,
did.
oh,
Actually, he plays the prelude in C minor first, the whole thing, not just that part that we have. Plays that whole thing, and then he has the orchestra join him when he starts the beginning of this song.
okay.
Because when I first saw the title, I thought the same thing. And I was excited that I could use Philadelphia since that's where I'm going. I was like, well, how appropriate. Like I said, I hadn't used that rhythm for a lot of different things. So first thing I'm going to do right now is unlock my tempo, because I'm going to go to the pianist section and I'm going to get piano offering. And I'm going to set that at 84. It's a little too slow at 70. And I'll give you a little taste of that. I'm still on my modern category. Okay. Very nice arpeggiated fill. Now, let's try Heart Songs and see what you think of that one. That, I'm going to put my tempo to 89. Okay. We'll start at the chorus. So, which did you like the best?
Not sure yet.
Here's Heart Songs. I like the beat of Heart Songs actually better than I like Piano Offering because it's a little more steady, if you know what I mean. You hear it? That's Heart Songs. Now that you hear Piano Offering, this is a little more side to side. But I love the fill. And if you're using the modern category, as I suggested, if you go to Synth 2, which is modern category 0, so none of the other lights are lit, and you go on the lower keyboard, that's synthesizer 2. And what comes on with that in the A, if you own an A instrument technology, it's called portamento. If you own E instruments, it's called slide. And that's what gives it that kind of wind up sound effect there. So that's something you can play around with as well. But it's just a category that I typically don't use a whole lot. And then I thought, wow, there's some really nice sounds in this. Like, for instance, when I go to modern category setup number 3, I get atmosphere on the top, but on the bottom, I get a beautiful horn. Very, very clear, crisp, nice horn. So you have a lot of options. Again, we're going to put alter style on, drum variation if you like it. You're going to add a couple of notes, and then at the end, we're going to stop, and then we're going to change and make sure we have a piano on with an octave harmony, which I'll put on right now, and then come back in. So which one do you think you like the best?
I think it might be Heart Songs.
Heart Songs? Nice.
I need to do something to cheer this up. I
Do
feel
what?
depressed.
Cheer it up.
I feel depressed listening to it.
Well, the main part is actually very nice. What you're responding to is the prelude in C minor, which the title speaks for itself. It's in a minor key. That's why it sounds like that. But it's a really nice finale for the song itself to complete it, since he based his melody, he based it from the prelude.
I guess I was all excited because I thought it was going to be the other song.
Sorry.
Joanie,
Uh-huh.
the other song, Could This Be Magic, is a Van Halen song. Gary might like that better. David Lee Roth wrote the lyrics to it.
Yeah.
I'll have
Thank
to look
you.
that one up.
Yeah. Could it be magic? So I like the melody a lot. I think he did a really nice job with the melody. It moves very nicely. It's not repetitive by any means. So I think you'll enjoy playing that part of it And if you want to take it a little bit even faster than I did, that's fine too. You'll hear some different chords that we don't always play with. We have some minors. We have A flat. We have D flat. We have D minor. So there's a lot to it, actually. But I thought it was a really nice one. And just to let you hear it, let me grab Philadelphia again. And that we took up to 95. Beautiful background. Very nice. Any questions?
Hey, Joanie,
Yes.
could you go over where you made the sound changes and which of the modern category you used for each change?
Yes. I started out with 0 on the lower keyboard. That's the synthesized sound. And this is kind of the second part of the A, B, A. So there you can change. I went then to atmosphere, which was number 3. And at the chorus, I went to number 4, which is electric violin. Which I thought worked really well. And then at the end, I obviously ended up back with number 8, which is 2 pianos. And I did add octave harmony to it. Good question. Thank you, Al. Are you back yet, Al?
No, still up in DC.
Okay. I thought you were still away, but I'm glad you joined us today. That's nice. Anything else? So again, Fletcher Music is 118 years old in the month of June, and we're very excited about that. And anybody who came on a little bit late, remember there's no Zoom next week. I will be away. And we will resume the very following week. Okay? Cheer up, Gary. Have fun.
Okay.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. You have a blessed day and a wonderful week, 2 weeks. Stay safe.
Thank you.
And I'll see you back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Traveling.
Bye.
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 Thank you.